Another glance at the mirror indicated that the shop was now empty of customers. Taking one of the cricket balls out of its box, I crouched in the corner and winged it with all my might at the back window of the shop. There was an enormous cracking sound, but somehow the window did not break. As the ball dropped back towards me, I threw out a hand and caught it, drawing myself into a bundle back behind the largest of the boxes. "Oi!" the shopkeeper shouted, somewhat belatedly, his dream of day total sales rudely broken. He yanked open the counter lid and flew into the back room, staggering for breath as he stood in the doorway. He put his left hand down momentarily on the box I sat behind, almost under my nose, and I saw it for a second, sinewy and grey, before he lurched out of the back door shouting, "Oi!" a couple more times for good measure. Intoxicated by the comprehensive extent of my success, I stood transfixed for a few seconds over the pile of Surridge bats, alone in the back of the shop. I grabbed one of the smallest there and squeezed past the counter and into the shop. I could hear something in the back as I moved towards the door, but I didn't wait to find out what it was. I leapt across the road into and beyond the people waiting at the traffic lights, dodging between the cars caught up in the evening jam. The station clock said past as I looked back towards the shop. I could just make out a silver-haired man in a yellow sweater standing with his hands on his hips, combing the crowd of people in front of him. As I ran up the driveway to the station, coming towards me was the bus back to Hartledge. Looking back to the shop, I realised that the first stop I would have to run to catch it was right outside the sports shop. I waved my new acquisition in desperation at the driver, and he slowed down, giving me the necessary seconds to board as the bus drew level with me. I jumped on and sat down inside. As I reached in my pocket to get my fare out, I realised I was still holding the cricket ball. Gladstone would have been on his knees begging me to join the team if he'd seen that catch.